Thank you very much, Mr. Montut. A pleasant good morning to all viewing in St. Lucia and abroad. As we all know, the police has been under tremendous pressure for the past few years with escalation of crime, especially murders in this country. I am here today to highlight three major issues which confronts the police. The first one deals with health and security of our police officers. On the issue of bulletproof vests, while the collective agreement did not specifically speak to bulletproof vests, Article 33.1c, Health and Safety Environment states, the employer agrees to provide all police officers with the necessary clothing and equipment required to prevent injuries at the workplace and also whilst they're on the field. It is clear that all safety equipment must be made available to every police officer by the government. The bulletproof vest that the Prime Minister is all over the media talking about is not an initiative of his government, but it was actually a proposal of the PWA, the Police Welfare Association, to forego an increase in the risk allowance and mandate the government to use the monies towards the purchase of bulletproof vests for each police officer. So, had it not been for the Police Welfare Association and the police officers sacrificing an increase in the risk allowance, the police would not have reached an agreement with the government as it pertains to bulletproof vests. So, bravo to our hard-working police officers. The collective agreement was signed on the 15th of May 2025, but to date, the government has not lived up to their end of that agreement. To this date, the MOU have not been signed, and the police officers have to share a bulletproof vest. They will put the soak sweat vest in the sun to dry, and the next police officer on the other shift will wear that bulletproof vest. Can you imagine a bulletproof vest? The external surface is made out of cloth, and it is soaked in sweat, and the police officers have to place it in the sun so that the other officers who come in to work to wear that very same bulletproof vest that the previous officer had used for the entire day in the hot sun. So I ask, is this hygienic? Does the current government care about the health and safety of our officers? Does the government really give the police all the resources that they claim that they give to the police? And I want to ask another question. Does the government give the police resources, and have they seen a reduction in crime due to the resources that they have given to the police? This leads to my second issue, police insurance. And I must say this one is really close to my heart. Police insurance. In the year 2018, during the reign of the UWP, the Police Welfare Association successfully negotiated an insurance plan for the police with the government of St. Lucia. This plan covered accidental death and dismemberment. So, si un police hen koye di nan accident, epi mort, famille madame li, riche li, yo ka hen $300,000, $300,000. Group term life benefit. Si un police mort through natural causes, un police will take it just more, whilst it take a serve and it dan Royal St. Lucia Police Force la, yo ka hen $100,000. Beneficiary ka hen $100,000. So yo ka sa pran ka se mamay la, because you sav, yo ni mamay, yo ni madame, yo ni famille. Tout ça, insurance sa ka couvert. There is also another benefit where the medical expense reimbursement is up to $75,000 EC. This insurance covers 1,300 officers, and it is an annual premium of $900 per officer. So do the maths. It's only $100,000, approximately $100,000 per month that the government has to pay to the insurer. All that was accomplished under the United Workers Administration. Can you believe, less than a week ago, information from the Police Welfare Association president that the government was in arrears of 6 months on the payment of this policy. Gouvernement a besoin ka dwe $600,000 le insurance la. Passé 6 mois poko paye. The insurance company is threatening to terminate that policy. They are threatening to pull out. Again, I ask the question, does this government really care about the police officers and their families? My folks, I was a police officer, and I went out every day not knowing if I will return to my home. But I was comforted by this insurance. I knew if anything happened to me, I was covered. My wife would have received something from the insurance, $300,000 if it was an accidental death. And if it was through natural causes, she would have received $100,000. We must understand the plight of our workers. These police officers, I am certainly sure that there are 2 wives of police officers. For over 6 months, they have not received anything from that insurance. Their husbands have passed away. And I beg to ask the question, is it due to the fact that this policy is not being serviced properly by the government of St. Lucia? Is it due to the fact that because they are in arrears, the insurer is unable to pay what they owe to the family of these police officers? I worked with one, and that police officer every day would walk in to the police station. He rode a motorcycle. On mornings, he got wet. The following day, he would come back to work with a flu. My folks, I really want to ask this question. Does the government care about our hard-working men and women in uniform? Do they care about the health and safety? Where do their priorities lie? The third issue, I couldn't help but notice in the last press conference of the St. Lucia Labour Party, the Deputy Prime Minister, Ernest Hille, and the Crime Prevention Minister indicated that they had given the police all the resources to fight crime, and they are not responsible for what's happening now. But I must tell you, this is the MO, the modus operandi of this government. They never want to take accountability for their offices. Instead, they stand by the criminals and decide to play the follow the leader game. But my brothers and sisters in uniform, today I stand with you. When others point fingers, remember this. You are the ones who run towards danger while others flee. You are the shield between chaos and order. Under the United Workers Government, United Workers Party government, we will ensure that we prioritize health, safety, and well-being of police officers. We did it before, and we can do it again. We will never allow the premium of only $100,000 to lapse, to put our officer at a point where they are uninsured and uncovered. Do not be discouraged, for the true service is proven in sacrifice, not in praise. Let us stand firm, unite, and committed to protecting our people. Together we will rise above criticism and restore confidence in justice. My people of Beaufort North, I have seen and heard the Labour Party operatives over social media trying to assassinate my character. There was an incident which took place on Saturday, which you only saw a short clip on social media. I want to address this incident today. For over 3 years now, I have been the product of attacks from the Labour Party because of what I believe in and what I stand for. This was the same Labour Party who had confidence in Kakal, transferred him from Dennery Station to Beaufort when there was an escalation in crime as the operations sergeant. I bet everybody in Beaufort saw me on the streets with my officers. This is the same Labour Party government who took me from Beaufort and transferred me to the community policing unit in Castries as sergeant in charge. And so many other things that was promised to me that I don't want to speak of on this platform. But now, when they cannot get anything on me, I've said to them my life is an open book. I knew what I entered into, politics, and my life is an open book. As a police officer, all the rumors and the propaganda that they spread, there is a police complaint unit, police complaints unit. The records are there to show. Find out from the police welfare, from the police complaints unit, sorry, are there any reports against Sergeant Fritutu Xavier? Let's go back to the incident in Peru. On that night, the Labour Party unleashed the operatives at my meet and greet in Peru. It is an offense to disturb any meeting. Read the laws and you'll find out it is an offense to disturb any meeting or public gathering. And before I even started this meeting, I saw persons swearing at us, making threats at us. And I will tell you there is evidence to show because I am waiting for them. The operatives disturbed the meeting to an extent where I had to speak to one of them, the one that was in the crowd recording. Just a short clip was shown on social media, which person stated that I threatened a young man. I will not apologize for anything that I didn't do. I will say that right here on this platform. But I must admit, because of just the clip that was played, some of my supporters and persons who believe in me, they were scared. So to them, I issue an apology. I did nothing wrong, but I still issue an apology. But not to the would-be criminals or those persons who want to come to our meetings to disrupt them. I know of my opponent having meetings everywhere. Do the United Workers' Party supporters do these things? Not at all. We are not that kind of people. And that's for the very same reason I chose to be on this platform with the United Workers' Party. But I want to send a very strong message to the people of Beaufort North who are the operatives of the St. Lucia Labour Party. We'll be having several other meetings. Try it again. We will not disturb your meetings and we will not accept you all coming to disturb our meetings. This is a different breed of United Workers' Party candidates right here. We've said it before. It's a different breed. I am very concerned about national security. And this goes to show when people condone these kind of behaviors, what do you expect from them? If it was my son who went to do that by any political meeting, I would make him apologize to the nation. And that's the way I stand. People of St. Lucia, we have reached a very sad day in this country where the wrong is glorified and people support would be gravitated towards money, promises, and not reasoning on what's right. St. Lucians, the wider world, thank you for listening.